What's up, guys? Welcome to day 28 of the Keto Rewind Clean 30 Challenge. Today's a full day of eating. Today's menu is keto toast, eggs and a protein shake for lunch, and stuffed peppers and veggies for dinner. So it'll be a full day of eating, and I am going to be releasing the menu for the next week. So I've decided I'm going to continue making meal plans for you guys. I'll give you a quick little update and I'll elaborate in the next video, but I've enjoyed making these meal plans for you so much that, being that I still have to eat keto, I thought I would continue sharing my meal plan. So instead of doing a 7-day or a 30-day, at the beginning of every week, I'm gonna release a Monday through Friday meal plan. And I'm gonna eat that food, I'm gonna film it and do the same thing, but I'm gonna take the weekends off. I didn't realize how hard it was gonna be to film on the weekends every single thing you eat. So I will continue doing this for those of you that have enjoyed the Keto Rewind Clean 30 Challenge. I will continue it, but it'll be 5 days a week. So on the weekends, you're on your own, or you get 2 free days. Or you refer to previous weeks and fill in those 2 days. So anyways, I hope you think that's a great idea. Comment below if you want me to continue. So after this video at the end, I will put the meal plan for the week. It's Monday, so it'll be Monday through Friday of what's coming up. So I will continue right on through. So even though the challenge ends on the 30th of June, I'm still continuing. So that's just why I wanted to clear that up. So anyways, I'm going to switch the camera around and we'll show you how we're going to make lunch.
Okay, we're going to start off by making some toast, our keto toast. This is protein powder. I will post the link below. It's the same recipe that I keep using for the past couple of weeks. 1 scoop of protein powder, that one's the unflavored, and then 1/2 cup of almond flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, a pinch of salt, and a teaspoon of Lakanto monk fruit sweetener, or a sweetener of your choice. And then all you're going to do is mix all those dry ingredients up, mix them together pretty well so that everything's incorporated. And then you're going to take a 1/4 cup of water or 70 grams, 70 milliliters. And then once you've mixed the water in, you want to get a nice flat bottom, flexible, microwave safe dish. I'm going to use just an old Tupperware. The main thing is you just want the bottom to be flat because it's going to shape your toast once it cooks in the microwave. So once all your dry ingredients are mixed together, add your water and then pour into the plastic container or silicone mold or something like that. And then you're going to put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Microwave times will vary. There's the finished product. I give it a couple taps on the counter to make sure it's all flat. And then meanwhile, we're going to cook our eggs. I'm going to do 3 eggs. I toasted that. I toasted the toast. And then I'm having 1/2 of that. And my dad will have the other 1/2, along with 3 eggs in a protein shake.
Welcome back, guys. It is time to make dinner. Dinner tonight, being that it was kind of a colder day here in the lake, is going to be ground turkey, stuffed peppers, and roasted asparagus. So a nice hearty, delicious dinner, and it's day 29, I think we're at. So anyways, I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you how easy it is to use these easy ingredients. And my secret ingredient is going to be cabbage. Cabbage sweetens up and is a great cheap filler, I like to call it. So I'm throwing a bag of coleslaw mix into my concoction to stuff my peppers with. And this is going to be a good way to get a little bit of texture, a little bit of flavor. If you don't want to use coleslaw, use riced cauliflower and that's fine. Just use rice cauliflower. But I like to switch it up. And this is one thing that's an easy swap, keeps things fresh, and without adding hardly any calories. I mean, this whole bag is probably like 5 carbs. And we're gonna get 6 servings. So Anyways, let me flip the camera around and let's get started on the ground turkey stuffed peppers. And one more thing, if you don't have ground turkey, use ground chicken, use ground beef, use ground pork, leave the meat out, whatever, you do you. I just happen to have a excess of ground turkey, so we're gonna use ground turkey tonight. So, and plus, my menu for the week that's coming up, I'm gonna post this video, hopefully tomorrow morning, which will be Tuesday. It'll be the rest of the week's video meal plan. I have a couple ground beef recipes. So this is just so we don't have ground beef every day. So another thought process in the method of how I do my keto. So anyways, let's get cooking. Okay, so I wasn't able to get huge peppers. So these are actually a real small pepper. So I'm going to just take the insides out, and then I will meet you back here with what I have going on. So basically just take the flesh and the seeds out, and we'll see you right back. Meanwhile, I'm going to preheat my oven to 375. And that's just because we're going to soften up the texture or the shell of the pepper before we actually stuff it. So preheat your oven. Okay, so I have all of my peppers all cleaned out, and I'm going to put this in the oven for about 15 minutes or until it's just tender, because we want to cook and soften the outer shell, the actual pepper, before we stuff it. So I'm going to pop these in the oven. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dice up my my coleslaw mix, so that it's not big, huge pieces. If you have kids like me, they are not a fan of chunks. So you don't mind the chunks, leave it alone. But you know, we gotta get those veggies in. So I'm just gonna dice this up. You could pop it in a food processor if you want, or just run your knife through it like I am and set it in a bowl and be ready for the next step. While I'm in the dicing up process, I'm also going to cut up in a very small, diced white onion. White onions are lowest in carbs, just FYI. Green peppers are also lowest in carbs. So not that a red pepper would be bad, but if you're really trying to be strict and clean, you want green peppers and you want to reach for a white onion. So I'll be back when this is all diced up. Okay, so I diced up my white onion and I have my diced up coleslaw mix. I will not use this whole thing. I'm going to probably use half of this white onion. So basically half of a medium-sized white onion. So now I'm going to move the camera to the stove. Okay, so we're going to start the burner here. And we're going to put about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil in the bottom of the pan, and add our onion. And I'm going to do half this, just because we don't need all that onion. Okay, while the onions are cooking, I'm going to throw some garlic powder in there, probably a solid ½ teaspoon. I'm not shy with garlic, I'm Italian. And then I also am going to put in about a tablespoon of Italian spices, or just Italian seasoning. I like to flavor my onion and meat before and let it cook in its juices. And also a healthy sprinkling of pink salt. And when I put the sauce and everything, I'm going to put the fresh cracked pepper in then. But just let this all come together. And as soon as the onion is ready, I'm going to go ahead and add the ground turkey. So I'll be back when we're at that point. Okay, and I'm at the point now where I'm going to add my coleslaw mix. If you're using riced cauliflower, you can skip this step to the end, but I want my coleslaw mix to be nice and tender. It's going to look like a lot, but as it cooks, it's going to reduce down a lot, and it'll be nice and tender. So don't be scared It's not, it looks like a lot, but it will, I promise you, it's gonna cook down to at least half. So again, let that come together and all the flavors are going to just work really nice with each other. The coleslaw is really gonna give a nice sweetness. The carrot adds a little flavor without adding too much carbs. So I'll be back when it's time to add the meat. Okay, as you can see, this is cooked down quite a bit. At this point, I'm now going to add the ground turkey. All right, ground turkey is in. I've got 2 pounds of ground turkey here. And once it's all cooked up, we're just going to stuff the peppers that have been in the oven, getting nice and soft. Oh, and the last step in all of this is adding in some red sauce, red marinara of your sauce. Check the back of your sauce. Rayo's is a great brand. This is Muir Glen. There's a lot of really good brands out there. Just read your label. You just don't want anything with sugar in it. You want as low of a carb, the less added everything as possible. So I'm just going to continue cooking this all up. And I will be back when it's time to add any final spices and the sauce. Okay, so we are at the point now where we're gonna add our sauce. You want to undersauce it. So a small jar of sauce is all you need. We don't want a ton of sauce because you're gonna get the carbs in the sauce. So just enough to flavor it. So don't worry about making it soupy or like a pasta sauce. You are not looking for that. You just want to wet it. So let that come together, have all the flavors rock and roll with each other, and then it'll be time to stuff our green peppers. So I'll be back at that step. Okay, so our green peppers are ready to be stuffed. You can see they're nice and tender. They're not going to have that big bite because we're just basically melting cheese on them. So next step is going to be stuffing all of these peppers. Okay, now that our peppers have the filling in it, that's about how much was left. I'm going to just put on the top some Quattro Formaggio. So pick a cheese of your choice. This one's a blend of Parmesan, Asiago, Fontina, and Provolone. Mozzarella will work, just Parmesan will work. But just lightly put it on a little bit of cheese on each pepper and pop this back in the oven. And it's done when the cheese is melted. That was the whole point of cooking our pepper ahead of time because it just saves us cooking time. So I'll be back when it is time to pull these out of the oven. Each pepper has about a 1/4 cup of cheese. Into the oven they go. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, day 28 of the Clean 30 Challenge. I will see you tomorrow at day 29, and right after this now is the meal plan for the week. Bye.